I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 27. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Akers. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
Next to score, Rams 17. Bears nothing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Yards to go.
To throw on 3rd down. Perkins looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On first down, Akers. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Brandon, all things considered,
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
they just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponent.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Perkins. Step, and the pressure gets to him again. Gone after the sack. He's still down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
They'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way out to the 35-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Here's Akers.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up third. And
they'll run this with Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's good.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a run with Akers. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Minshew. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
We're on 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Rams defense getting ready to go again. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often. All those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more. Anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun. Perkins will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Over to Mel, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the Rams 26-yard line.
This is caught. It's Cooper. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. From the gun, Perkins got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Touchdown.
Will Fuller, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The extra point up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll run on first down. Akers, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Now Sam Sloman is on.
For the Rams field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
20. Bears 7.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's 3rd. On 3rd down, Perkins.
Yards to go.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, Perkins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40.
Here's Ellington. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Ellington. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Perkins looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd
from the gun. Perkins. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Perkins. But the man has come back, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Perkins. This will be caught just inside the 10. Call it no gain there on the first down play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And this one through the uprights and good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and...
Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
At the 30-yard line, a 7-yard pickup. Brings up
to throw on second down. Perkins. That's complete right side to Kmet. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Perkins. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Perkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Perkins. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw again. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Perkins. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the ground, Ellington. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
operating from the gun. Perkins. That's complete right around the 8.
Perkins.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Perkins. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Complete to number 43.
From 8 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good edge scheme going.
23 yards the pickup there. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Bilal Nichols in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Throwing on 1st down. Perkins. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Pickup brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. This is Ellington. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
40 on the carry.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
At the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second and 12. Operating from the gun. Perkins. Forced out to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. From the gun. Perkins. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On first down, Perkins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 3. And the Bears first down.
Again, they run with Ellington. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Off play action. Perkins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 1. And time, a huge factor. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one quickly to Lamb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Guys, man, complete over the middle. That's Rhodes. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rhodes. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, Akers. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
Bears 21.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So the focus now shifts to the Bears, trailing by 2 after the made field goal. 35 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline, because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for L.A., the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles